As the pandemic rages on, stages remain dark in New York and across the country.
But Broadway, music halls, and other venues will get some relief in the recently signed stimulus package.
Everybody hungry, everybody tired, everybody slaves for the sweat of his brow.
The Tony Award-winning Best Musical Hadestown, like the rest of theater, has been closed since March 12th. I spoke to Rachel Chafkin, Tony Award-winning director of Hadestown. Chafkin and hundreds of other artists successfully lobbied Congress for financial help. $15 billion from the recently signed stimulus bill will go to independent performance arts venues around the country.
The theater industry was one of the first to close, and it's going to be one of the last to reopen. And so we are going to need extraordinary help.
The pandemic is particularly hard for so-called gig workers, people who move from one project to another.
Why has it been that they were not able to get some of the benefits that so many others who were out of work were able to get during the pandemic?
Help was a little slower in coming than the initial money that was able to flow directly through the unemployment system. And of course, if you are not paid on a W-2, you cannot get unemployment in a traditional way.
We're here 7 or 8 blocks from Broadway, and just walking through was heartbreaking.
It's all an ecosystem, and I know that people within the arts community have been profoundly devastated for every restaurant worker and every parking garage attendant who is dependent upon the life that the theater industry brings to New York.
But it's not just Broadway. The pandemic's impact on cultural arts extends well beyond New York City and the tri-state area.
It does seem like there is bipartisan support, and I am extremely hopeful that the Biden administration will take seriously the need for major increased investment.
She applauds the support so far from Democrats and Republicans.
Music venues, the theater industry, arts are not at their core left-wing or right-wing. They are not blue or red.
Brooke Ishibashi is an actor and one of the co-founders of the grassroots organization Be an Arts Hero, formed during the pandemic.
So we have friends and colleagues who are in their 50s who have moved back home to live with their parents, who are getting bumped off their health insurance, who cannot afford life-saving medication during a deadly pandemic.
As for the future of theater in New York,
do you imagine a different world, not just Broadway, off-Broadway, but in the entertainment industry in Manhattan, in the Times Square area? Is life going to be different?
There's no place like New York, and it always has recovered. And what I do think is that we're going to see more emphasis on tri-state metro area audiences for a while. And I think that's really cool.
And late this afternoon, Governor Cuomo said the state is looking at possibly using rapid testing to help safely reopen Broadway and other performance spaces. And boy, we could use it right now.